So I wanted to have a discussion about Cersei. Cersei is kind of funny, not in a ha-ha way, but in an irony kind of way. So in A Feast of Crows, which I've started, I'm about 200 pages into it, which is a whole nother video that I will be making later. She is so suspicious of everybody already. She has offered money and lordship to anybody who is bringing her Tyrion's head. She is just, she's losing it. Like, her dad's gone, she's losing it. The way no one calls her and tells her and brings her to her dad when it's discovered, everything about the whole situation, she is not happy about. And so it's funny to me that Cersei is always thinking that she's privileged and she realizes that she's really not. And she talks about the fact that her father must be bathed and dressed as befits his stature, and where is Pycelle? And they tell her that he's already been to see Tywin Lannister's body. And then it dawns on her. They sent for me last. The realization made her too angry for words. Pycelle runs off to send messages rather than soil his soft, wrinkled hands. This man is useless. And then she calls for Jaime. And she's mad because Jaime's climbing through where Tyrion came through and killed him. And she's mad because he only has one hand. He really shouldn't be doing it. And she is struggling. The whole way through, she has wanted to control everything. She could not control Joffrey. He was angry. He was a monster. He was not a good person. And she could not control him even when she tried to. Marjorie did better at it, but I feel like once the new had worn off, she would not be in any better position to control him. And now Marjorie's trying to get with Tommen. She hates that idea. She is struggling. She's lost everything, and she's constantly being reminded that she really isn't all that special. And so she goes forward and she's trying her best to take care of her dad and take care of everything that has went on there with the funeral, and she's kind of failing. She's also trying to pick a new hand, someone she can control, and it would have to be Sir Caven. The hand does not argue with the head. She is trying very hard to make sure that she is the one that's speaking. Tommen's sitting on the throne, but it's really her sitting on the throne. The hand is not going to be all that involved. She does not want anybody interfering in her plans. And she does not like the Tyrell. She wants to kill off Olenna. She says very directly that she wants to see the old woman dead. And she has all these people walking up to her trying to name babies after Tywin, and she's not a fan of that. She thinks it's stupid, and half these people she feels like don't deserve this. And I think Cersei herself doesn't know what to do with her grief. And even though she did not love Robert and she did not want Robert in her bed, I think there was feelings there, just maybe not ones that she would be willing to admit. In a span of, let's say, 3 years, less than 3 years, she has lost her husband. She has lost her oldest son. Jaime is no longer who she thought he was. She's now lost her father, and her daughter is in Dorne. She doesn't know what's happening, and that's a lot for somebody to handle. And she is slipping. She is grasping at straws to try and keep it together. And she says in her mind, she says, I will see you dead, Cersei promised herself as the Queen of Thorns tottered between her towering guardsmen, a pair of 7-footers that it amused her to call left and right. We'll see how sweet a corpse you make. The old lady was twice as clever as her lord's son. That was plain to see. She is also very anti her getting married again. She doesn't want to be married again. She, if anybody, would marry Jaime, but she does not want to be with Sir Loras. She does not want to be controlled. She wants to do the controlling. And her whole thought process on making sure that her family is safe and that Cersei making sure her family is still together, making sure that she protects Tommen, and she also thinks of him not. She doesn't want Tommen to be sickly. She, when they're in the sept, trying to say their apologies and everything, or goodbyes, not apologies. She was telling Tommen, close the window because she doesn't want him sick. That talking about he's not near as strong. She tells him, weep quietly, you are a king, not a squalling child. She really does try to preserve her family's image. And all throughout the books, and this is going to books and shows, Cersei loves her children, loves her family. She does anything and everything for them. And to watch her falling apart, becoming more and more paranoid, trying to grasp at straws to make sure that she can stay on top and rule, it's kind of sad in a way because Cersei doesn't get it. Cersei doesn't understand the fact that she doesn't control all. She really holds no power, but yet she does try relatively hard, and everything seems to be going against her.